Hello, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
This is David. This is David. Okay. Okay, David. The Jewish people have now a holiday called Pesach or Passover, and on this holiday, we don't eat chametz. Now, I'll explain to you in a moment what chametz is. But not only we don't eat it, but we don't even own it. We don't possess it. Now, what does the word chametz mean? I'll give you some examples, but there are many more examples than this. But just you should have an idea. Bread, biscuits, cereal, flours, yeast, snacks. It could be in ketchup, in mustard, Marmite. You know what Marmite is?
Yeah.
Good stuff or hard stuff?
Don't touch it.
I'm all with you. It could be in soup mixes, in coloring, glucose. Whiskey is chametz. It could be in drinks. It could be attached, like breadcrumbs attached to items, to books, to utensils. It could be attached to clothing or games. It could be in cosmetics, in medicines. It could be left behind in a bag, in a suitcase. It's in pasta is chametz, sausages is chametz, and there are many, many other things that are called chametz. And if you want, you could learn all about it. But we cannot have chametz on Passover. Therefore, we're going to sell it to you, to a non-Jewish person, this chametz. Not only are we going to sell the chametz, but we're going to rent you the places in which the chametz is stored. If the chametz is in a cabinet, we'll rent you that cabinet. If it's in a house, we'll rent you the house. It's going to be if it's in a business, we'll rent you the business. If it's in an oven, and they don't want to clean it, we'll rent you that oven. Okay. Now,
even part of a place.
And it could be even part of a place, like the right side of the place, the left side of the place, the top shelf of the cabinet, the bottom shelf of the cabinet. Now, all the people that are selling the chametz, it's listed over here, and they all signed their names. All of these people made me their agent to sell it for them. Yeah. And they gave me power of attorney. And I'm also selling you my chametz. Now, after I sell it to you, it's all yours. It belongs to you. You could do whatever you want with this chametz. You could eat it. You could sell it. You could even burn it if you want to. And since it's yours, you are totally responsible for it. And therefore, you want to take out insurance on it, you could take out insurance on it also. However, whatever you take, you got to pay for. Okay? Now, how are you going to know how much it's worth? Whatever you take will have experts that know how to appraise things to see what the value is, and they will say how much it's valued, and we'll give you a 10% discount because you're such a good customer. Okay? Now, it's possible these are the people, here's a list of all the people who made me their agent to sell their chametz. It's possible that I lost one of the papers, or I made a mistake, or for whatever reason it's not included. I want that to be included in the sale, even if I forgot to put it here or I lost it. Furthermore, any chametz in these people's houses, even let's say they said the chametz is only in the kitchen, but if there is a chametz in their bedroom, this should be included in the sale. Even things that become chametz on Pesach, and even if it's little crumbs of chametz, all of it we're selling to you. Now, we're going to, like we said, when it's sold to you, it's all yours. Not only that, the places in which it's stored is all yours. However, I'm going to ask you permission for a few things to do with your chametz and your place. One is, if someone finds chametz on Pesach in the house and they want to burn it, you permit them to burn your chametz, but we'll take it off the price. You understand? Yeah. Next, there are certain people who have illnesses and they must take medication which is chametz, but they're not allowed to have chametz. So we're going to sell it to you. It's your chametz, and you will give them permission to use your chametz, to feed it to the children or whatever if they're ill, but it will be taken off the price. The third thing is that you will give permission to let people go in. Let's say you're renting the house, but people can walk in there to get something, to pick up the mail, to check the thermostat, rites of passageway. So again, it's totally yours. All the chametz, all the places. You're just giving permission for people to burn it if they want to, feed it as medication for those who need the medication, and rites of passageway. Now, how are we going to make all this chametz, which is all over Gateshead, and it's in other places also? There are people from America, from Canada, Russia, Germany, Israel, all types of Switzerland and Australia in this file. So how are we going to transfer it? I can't give it all to you and you'll take it home because it's spread all over. So what we do is we make a transaction, which means that we do actions which transfer the ownership from me to you. I'm going to tell you which 7 we're going to make. We're not going to make them yet. I'll just tell you what they are, and then we're going to do it. So number 1 is, it's called agav. You're going to rent the places, and by virtue, when the places become yours, together with that, the chametz all over will become yours. When you rent the places, together the chametz will become yours. Now, you're going to just give a deposit on the rental, and the rest will be due. Next is you're going to buy it with money. Again, you just give a deposit, and you owe the rest of the money. If you exercise your right to take the chametz, then we will appraise it. So you buy it with money. The next is called chatzar, which means, but any chametz which is in the place that you rented should become yours by virtue of the fact that it's in your place. If you rented a kitchen, it's in your kitchen, it should become yours. Next is barter, chalipin. You'll give me something that's yours, and I'll give you the chametz. Next is setumta, we'll shake hands on the deal. Next, I shall admit that it's yours. And finally, we're going to sign a document. Now, we're doing 7 different ways of transactions. However, each one should operate on its own. If one doesn't work, the other one should work. It's called severally. Furthermore, if the sale of one person's chametz doesn't work, it should still work. The sale should still be valid for everyone else's chametz. If there's any misunderstanding, sometimes people don't understand each other, you'll accept the interpretation of these 3 rabbis over here. Now, we're going to sign a document for the sale, and in it it's going to say that Mr. David Yearwood is going to become the owner of all the places where the chametz is. There's another document which is in Hebrew, which you can have translated if you want, which says the same thing, and it lists all the different types of chametz that you might be buying. Now, what we're going to do is start the procedure of transferring our chametz to you. So the first thing is that you're going to rent all the places where people have chametz. Give me a deposit, and when you do give me that deposit on the rental, the rental becomes yours, and all the chametz becomes yours. Do you have a deposit?
I do indeed.
Okay.
You understand what's happening, David?
He understands.
I do, yeah.
Good. It's all yours.
Okay. So first 20 pounds, and when you give me 20 pounds, all the rental places are yours together with all the chametz. Okay, that's 1. Next, another 20 pounds, and with this you're purchasing all the chametz. It's a deposit, of course, and the rest is due. Next, you should say that you want all the chametz in all the places you rented to become yours. Say, I want it to become.
I want the chametz.
I want all the chametz
to become
mine.
Very good. Next, we're going to do barter. Do you have any item?
I do.
We can switch.
Yes.
Okay. What is that?
This is a glass case.
Okay, that's all right.
Belongs to me.
Okay. When you give it to me, I'm giving you all the chametz.
Okay.
Okay. It's mine, but I really don't need it, so I'll give it back to you. But it's mine. Next is on the deal. We're going to shake hands. When gentlemen make a deal, we shake hands to show that it happened. The chametz is now yours.
Thank you.
Next, I hereby admit in front of the Bezdin, in front of everyone here, that all the chametz that belongs to everyone who empowered me is now yours. And the final thing is that we're going to sign a contract. Okay? So, first I shall sign it. I'm the agent. Then David, you sign it. Okay, so then we need a witness. Aaron, you witnessed it. Sign it. Okay, next we have the same contract with listing it in Hebrew, which again you can have it translated. Okay. Now you sign it. You can sign it in English if you want. Okay. David, now all our chametz belongs to you. All the places in which it's stored belongs to you. And we're going to give you the contracts with the documents that were signed. So you should have them. And this part is completed. We'll see you again tomorrow morning at 10. And then right after the holiday at 9:45 p.m. April 14th.
Yeah.
David, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you very much.
Going away,
Okay. Yeah, David's a good businessman.
Put it here. You alright? Or you want to go? Put it in there.
Usually they're forward.
In the bigger folder.
Ja, maar de community is growing. Ja.
Okay, this is yours.
Brilliant. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
Okay, then.
Very
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you,
See you
Rabbi.
tomorrow.
How's your foot doing?
It's healing.
It's healing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Few painkillers in there, you know. It's okay.
okay. Okay. Now our holiday, the Passover, Pesach holiday has ended.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you two options. Either you can complete the purchase that you did before Pesach. In other words, give us the rest of the rent and the rest of the money that you owe us for all the chametz that was yours, if you want.
If not,
Or, if not, if you don't want, I shall buy it back from you, and all the chametz will become back ours, and I shall buy it back from you, of course, at a profit. So you have to tell me, do you want to buy the chametz, or do you want me to buy it back?
I would really like you to buy.
Okay. So the first thing is that you owe us money for the rental. We waive the fee, the rest of the fee for the rental.
Yeah.
Okay? So you don't owe us any more money for the rent. Now, before I buy it back, I want to tell you something, that here in England, Pesach or Passover has ended. But in America, let's say it still has another 4 or 5 hours. There are other places where there is even longer. And therefore, the chametz will remain yours, the chametz of the people that live in other places or have their chametz in other places is going to remain yours until Passover ends for them. Okay? Now we're going to make 4 transactions. I will give you money. I will buy it from you. You'll give me back the contracts, and that will make the chametz ours. I'm going to give you something of mine, and you'll make the chametz ours, and then we'll shake hands on the deal. So are you ready to start?
I am.
Now you're sure. Maybe you want all the chametz, and you'll pay us the rest of the money.
No.
No. You had like 8 days to think about it.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, if that's what you want, we're going to buy back the chametz from you. So the first thing is that I will give you money. This is at a profit of than what you paid. And when you take this money, all the chametz, which was till now yours, becomes back ours.
Thank you.
Number 1. Number 2, if you hand me back the contracts, when I pick it up, the chametz becomes ours. Number 3, I will give you an object of mine, And when you take it, my thing becomes yours, and all the chametz that was yours till now becomes mine. Okay? Lift it up. It says you can keep it. And then we'll shake hands on the deal. We're transferring the chametz. Your chametz is ours.
Thank you.
Okay? A pleasure doing business with you. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. You want to keep it as a keepsake. Okay?
Souvenir.
Like this, you're a souvenir. You'll remember me. Keep that and the money. Those two.
Money.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.